Hi guys, welcome to my first Dark Souls 3 video. I'll be talking about a lot of different things, basically what I think about the game. I've built up about 55 hours of playtime. Don't ask me how, a lot of sleepless nights, but I'm playing on the Japanese version, so there'll be some mistakes, I don't know some of the item names for example. But yeah, I've played a lot of PvP, done I think most of the PvE, the stuff that people find out every day. And will be hidden for a long time, and there's quest lines, etc. But done quite a lot of the game. I feel confident enough to talk about it a little bit, and I've spliced together some PvP footage. Most of this is test footage. Right now, I was just testing out some miracles. I got my WOG working quite high there. Little faith build I've got going on. It's working okay, and we'll talk about that as well. But for now, this is obviously Firelink Shrine. You've probably seen this before. If you do not want to be spoiled, don't watch any further, because I mean it's world PvP, so I'm out there in the universe, and it's pretty crazy, let me just tell you. But anyway, what do I think of the game? I think it's good. I think it's really good. I think we'll be playing it for a very long time. As long as Dark Souls 1, I don't know, but it takes a lot from Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1 of course. As someone who admittedly did prefer Dark Souls 1, I'm happy with how it controls. As people that really got used to Dark Souls 2 and how it moved, obviously they'll probably have a harder time adjusting back to how it was. But there is a lot of stuff from Dark Souls 2 in this. Parrying from the network test is completely different. It seemed like when I played the network test, it was completely Dark Souls 1. It was really easy to parry people. In this, it's hard. It's hard as balls. It's really difficult to parry people, and I feel like because I didn't play much of Dark Souls 2 PvP especially, I mean I did complete it, but I didn't really play Scholar that much, and because of that I feel like my parrying's not really up to par. So you'll see, I mean I am using a shield in this build, but it's the Grass Crest. I'm just using it for stamina, I'm not even parrying. Yeah, that's the Dragon Bro, by the way, that's how they look. It's quite interesting. If people really wanted a proper dragon form, a la you know, Bloodborne's crazy cool beast form and broccoli form, I think they're going to be a bit disappointed. But you get about 4 or 5 stones that act as spells, so you can really go dragon mode in this. It's pretty cool. This is WOG. This is how WOG is now, and that's the wombo combo. So that's what you should be looking for in the faith build if you're using WOG. People put the shield up. They don't know what you're casting because the game's brand new. They're gonna put the shield up. You'll get the break and you'll just get riposte them. Yeah, and I think in this clip there's a Sunbro and a host, and you might think this is me running up and one-shotting them, but let me tell you, the ganks in this game are real. They are crazy. But yeah, get the kill on this guy. The host just barely survives, and there's a lot of footage in here where you know, they're hanging on by a thread. That's lightning spear, not the best damage. I'll go over my rings and stuff later. But in short, I've got 2 miracle boosting rings. Ring of Favor and Protection because it's not as good, but it is still good. And lastly, I've got like a ring that increases my lightning damage, but increases the amount of damage I take as well. But yeah, he tries to bait me up here, and I just bye-bye, as everybody would say. I love that scream as well. Anyway, onto Covenants. As you can see in the top left, I'm actually a Dark Moonblade, but I'm invading as a red. That's because I don't know what's going on at the moment, but Covenants don't seem to be really working for me. I'm level 90, I believe, in most of this footage, level 80, level 90. So I'm not that high. You know, if people are gonna go 100, 120, whatever, I'm not that high. I thought it was maybe due to my Zweihander being plus 10. But I tested that as well. I put my Zweihander in the storage, I put all my weapons that were plus 10 in the storage, and I had like a plus 5, and I still couldn't invade as a Dark Moon. It's not working. But yeah, this is the type of mean gank you can look forward to. This is a good clip because it shows the counter. So I'll pause it there. You can see a blue icon. I don't know if it means that he's taking counter damage or something like that. It's still untested, but it's there. Put a comment below if you think you know what that is, or if you do know what that is. The sword that guy was using as well, big greatsword, it's the Fume Ultra greatsword, I believe, and it hurts. You will get one shot by that thing. It's incredible. Like the first time I fought someone with it, just one shot, definitely. But yeah, my build in general. So what happens is I'm using the Sun Sword. That's the little offhand that I use. I use the L2, the battle art on that. Buff myself. Figured out it was a better buff than Sacred Oath, a better buff than the Dark Magic buff. It's just the greatest buff, and it's a battle art, so it's quite cheap. Again, I don't know how I missed the parry on that, but it's a powerful spell. That guy mistimes his rolls. Again, nobody really knows the timings on these things yet. That guy barely survives. If I killed that guy, I could have maybe won this one, but you know, Celebi, you can't win them all. Anyway, as I was saying, I could not invade. I could not invade as a blue. I did not get a way of blue invasion as well. Sorry, a blue sentinel invasion. I didn't get one of those at all in my whole playthrough. Quite disappointed. But the good news is invading with a red soapstone is instant every single time. It's so easy to find people to invade. If that's your thing, if you like a challenge. So another thing about Covenants, there's a lot of them, and they're unique, you know. The forest is back, that's good news. As long as the community takes to it. It will be like the forest in Dark Souls 1. There's the watchdogs that guard the forest. You can get reds in there, you can get blues in there, it can be quite crazy. So that's good news. You've got the red invaders, you've got the blue sentinels, you've got the dark moon blades, which I don't know, I've heard rumors, again, like me saying, I've heard rumors that you invade people that have got a red already in there, just like the blue sentinels. But I thought, I mean, I'm invading constantly. There are people that are invading, and I thought I would have got an invasion by now, but I can't get anything. I've waited for like hours, and it's just nothing. Again, I don't know if it's because you invade people that have sin and nobody has sin yet. Sin is just accumulated by killing NPCs. That might be it. You know, people are busy doing the game, they're not going to kill NPCs randomly. Anyway, on to this guy. This guy has glowing kind of aura in his chest. He has a kind of glowing aura in his chest. That is a miracle, and it's basically second chance from demon souls. So as you can see here, he's pretty low. Actually, it looks like he's got no health. That's because when I do actually hit him, you'll see he was on 1 health. So his second chance thing proc, he died originally, and you've got 1 health. I've got a previous video up. That's me being ganked 5v1, and I use second chance in that, and it helps me survive. PvP, look, that's that sword in general. That's that sword. The Fume Ultra great sword is very tough. This guy takes my summons out quite quick. That's it, look, poof, done. This sword that I was using the Blessed Weapon enchantment. At least I think it's Blessed Weapon. I don't know if it's called Divine Weapon. I don't know. Like I said, it's Japanese. But I had a little faith build before my main one. This is before, and it was just testing the regeneration miracles. And I then figure out that you can stack quite a few, so you can stack the Blessed Weapon with the HP ring, HP regen ring, and you can have Regeneration Miracle and the Chime Battle Art on at the same time, so that's 4 regens on at the same time. I think you get about 20 HP every 2 seconds or something like that. It's quite fast, but people do a lot of damage in this game, and you can heal very quickly. Like Estus is so fast, it's almost blood vial rate. So I'm not quite sure if it's worth it in this. It's still good to know that you can stack things in this game. Not everything will stack. Some self buffs overwrite other self buffs and so on. This sword, by the way, if you're wondering, is a fade scaling sword, but can only go up to +5, as far as I know. But that poke from the battle art there, you can use that to pick off Estus chugging, at least a little bit. You're not going to do that much damage, but Estus is really difficult to punish in this. There's that sword in action, really cuts your health in half. But yeah, I'm enjoying the PvP so far. It's very challenging. Like I said, you're invading people that are trying to finish the game. They've got 3 sunbros and you know, a purple. Just got no chance. Got the guard break on him there. Should have really swapped to the stronger weapon, but I was too excited. And this again, it's a really quick attack. Finish them off quite easily. Also, it looks pretty cool. That shield on my back there's the green wing shield, that's what I'm going to call it, golden wing shield, something like that. Spell parry, it does the spell parry. I was using that for a while. It doesn't, again, my parrying's kind of off on this game. And this is Artorias' armor. I was invading a lot of people that were using this. I think it must just be it might be the fanboyism, or it might just be a good armor. As far as I could tell, it's got quite a good bit of poise. Poise does exist in this game, but I think it's more like hyper armor. If you're halfway or a quarter way through your swing, or your swing and animation's going through, you'll probably not get staggered unless it's a huge weapon. But it is not like it's not like Dark Souls 1. You can't just stand there and take hits, which is good, I guess. Another thing in this footage you might realize there's a lot of rolling. Stamina cost of rolling is far lower. Far lower. Almost Bloodborne speeds again. The game is faster in general. This is Lightning Stake. So I did catch him on that. So what happens is, obviously it looks like you're doing some sort of weapon enchant which puts people off. They come in for the kill. And not only does it hit directly under you, but it spreads out slowly around you. It's quite good. I traded it out obviously for Wrath of God once I found Wrath of God. Because I feel that it's the strongest at the moment, and Lightning Stake does take 2 slots, which is a lot. But yeah, onto the rolling again. There's a lot of rolling. And this, I mean, most, if not, 90% of the people that I'm coming up against are going to be Japanese, and being in the UK, my connection's not going to be the best. So the people worried about Phantom hitting, I'd probably say you're right, but I'd wait until Western release and everybody's connecting small local areas. This area is quite huge, so when I invaded I just stuck at the boss fog and just waited for these guys. And here you go, guys, some pursuers for you. In that little clip, it doesn't really seem that bad. They're obviously slower. I don't know if they speed up at some point, but they're obviously slower. But in the next clip that you'll see, when he uses the pursuers, you can walk away from them. Literally walk away. I've not fought many sorcerers. Most people are just great sword users. But haven't been too different, haven't been too impressive yet. One guy did get me with, there's a gigantic solar beam sorcery. And it's huge, it's like 3 or 4 people wide. And if you're caught in it, you're dead, like instantly just dead. So that seems quite good. Again, he caught me while I was fighting his summon, so I don't know if you could actually cast that and get away with it. There's a lot of spells in here that are powerful, but have a great cast time. Here you go, you can see pursuers up again. When I walk up to him, I literally just walk away from them. They're not as good as they were in Dark Souls 1, I'll just say that. Look, I mean, he's faster than his own pursuers, I don't get that. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed some insight into how the PvP is in this game. Hope I didn't ramble on too much. And if you've got any questions or would like to see more videos, just a certain subject, just leave a comment below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.